Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of Curb Appeal, the series on my channel where I attempt to recreate photographs in The Sims 4 and recreate the exterior as best as I can. By the way, that's why the series is called Curb Appeal, because Curb Appeal is like, the outside. So my main focus here is to recreate the exterior, and then on the interior, as you guys know, I just do kind of like whatever I want, put my own design style. You guys know I love doing interiors. So yeah, that's the series. I know you guys probably know, but sometimes these videos get a lot of views, and I'm sure there are a lot of new people to my channel and to the series, so I thought I would just put that out there. But today, as you can see, we are building in Sulani again. I have just been loving going back to Sulani. My last video was a build in Sulani as well. I love the Island Living pack. It's like basically my favorite pack. I just love the landscaping. Look at this nice little island beach jungle thing we're in. So beautiful. And I love how every single lot is a little bit different. You get a little bit different, plants, scenery, everything. No lot is the exact same in Sulani, and you never know what you're gonna get. So I will never get bored of building here. But, before I ramble on, I will pop the photo of what we are recreating up on the screen right now. So as you can see here today, we're building this really cool, modern home. It's a mansion basically because it's huge. At least that's what I would consider it. I would consider this a mansion because it is very, very big. They have a very large property here. So you might be thinking, this modern mansion is a little bit weird to put in Sulani, but for some reason I just thought to put this kind of more modern mansion on the island, kind of like some rich billionaire or millionaire, bought a nice property on a private island and wanted to build something from scratch and build this kind of contemporary looking modern cool vacation home. So not every single house that you build in Sulani has to be some like rustic beach house. I feel like a lot of islands and beach locations will still have these really contemporary and really modern looking homes on it, just because a lot of people do put new developments on these nice lots, because why not, right? So this photo I actually got from this really cool architecture website. It is an architecture, I think it's like an architectural firm in Brazil. So super cool. I'll put the link of them up on screen right now so you can go check out their work, check out what projects they have going on. They have a lot of cool photos that you guys might love to recreate if you guys like to do that in your own spare time as well. But yeah, definitely go check them out, and I might be doing some more recreations from this website in the future, just because they have such cool projects and such a cool architecture and design style. It's definitely very modern and definitely not just like the typical photographs that are circulating around Pinterest. These photos and their work here is definitely really different. So if you see any photos you like on this website, definitely point them out to me, and I'll try to incorporate them into a future video and in a future episode of Curb Appeal. But here you can see I'm pretty much just working on the exterior. The exterior is really big, and it's definitely not my usual style. You guys know I like the more modern farmhouse looking home with really a lot of gabled roof pieces, and I really like doing roofing, and I like having white paneling and stuff like that. But this one is very boxy, and there's no roof pieces at all. It's all just, half walls and stuff like that. So this was a build that pushed me out of my comfort zone a little bit. I've done a lot of modern homes in the past, so it's nothing really new here, but just the way that you go about recreating modern homes is completely different than just a normal family suburban farmhouse type of home. You have to really play with a lot of boxes, and you're pretty much trying to make a bunch of squares and rectangles look good, which is kind of difficult in The Sims because a lot of times these really contemporary homes will have very abstract shapes that look good in person and look cool, you know, in the real world, but they are quite difficult to replicate in The Sims. You see, I'll pop the photo back on screen right now. This home uses like a lot of different kind of different size shapes and rectangles of different thicknesses and widths. And you know that in The Sims, we are bound by kind of like a grid system. So you can't make a wall thicker or thinner. You can only just have like either a full tile's worth of wall, or you can just have a little skinny wall, but you can't really change the thickness of the wall, if you guys know what I mean. So I kind of had to play around with that in order to accommodate the different shapes that I wanted to replicate in this build. And then, of course, as you guys know, I don't have a reference photo for the back of the home. So that is where I get to just kind of put my own spin on things and imagine for myself what I think the back of the home will look like. Sometimes when I look up reference photos and they do have the back of the home available, I still don't copy it because I like to always have a little bit of my own creativity in the build. It is fun to build from reference, but I do like to also, you know, do my own thing and have it be a bit more of a creative process. So as you guys can see here, there is a nice, really beautiful, big infinity pool, so really love that. And I did tuck a little hot tub underneath the balcony there. It fits so nicely in that little corner. So really, really love that. It's definitely a very luxury home. You'll see on the interior, it is ultra modern, it is open concept, it is super neutral. Something that is so up my alley. You guys know I love the neutral open concept interiors. And in my last video, if you guys didn't see it, it was a Love It or List It renovation, also in Sulani, and I made it super, super colorful, super fun. A lot of you guys really liked my use of color, and you guys know that I'm not a huge... I'm not very daring when it comes to color. I'm trying to improve that this year. I definitely love the more neutral aesthetic, but that video, I really pushed myself out of my comfort zone, and I really do actually love the way it turned out. It's so beautiful, especially, you know, with the sunlight and all that stuff, and that's really why I love building in Sulani so much. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen that video and you're interested in a more colorful, smaller home, I will link that down below. Feel free to go check that out. But here you can see I'm actually doing something kind of interesting. So I'll pop the photo back on the screen right now. Sorry, I need to pop the photo up in case you guys forget what it looks like. But you can see that this home actually doesn't have fences. It has concrete walls around the home, and that is kind of the barrier. So I've never seen a home like this, and I've never done this in one of my builds before, but I tried to find a way to incorporate this concrete fencing in a way into the build without it looking too not natural, because, you know, we are on an island, so I couldn't just put a square concrete box around the home because that would look kind of weird. So here you can see I'm really trying to blend in this wall to the surroundings by putting a ton of landscaping, and a lot of landscaping that matches the current landscaping that comes with the lot, kind of around it there. And I thought that the concrete wall around it really wasn't that out of place, because I feel like this home, you know, it's some billionaire who put their home here and stuff. They would have kind of they would try and make it as private as possible. They try and make it their own little private home, and a lot of these modern homes nowadays do have that concrete wall kind of fencing, if you know what I mean. Hopefully you guys know what I mean. But yeah, I tried my best to kind of make it look natural. So you guys let me know how you think I did with that. I put a lot of kind of the plants and the vines growing up the concrete wall just to make it more blended in with the environment. So that's something that I've never done before that I thought was kind of fun. So basically on the interior, when you guys see me do that, I do have 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. So 2 of the bedrooms have double beds or queen beds or whatever. So and then one of the bedrooms is just a single bed. So you can fit a total of 5 Sims here. The bedrooms are quite large, so if you did really want to, you could split up the beds and kind of make it more fit more beds and put more single beds or something like that. But yeah, you guys can always customize it however you want to. Also, I did not restrict any packs in this build. As you guys know, SimGuru Frost gave me all of the packs. Yay, thank you so much. So I am still, experimenting with all of the new items and seeing what I can come up with and not be restricted. But of course, I will be back to my usual restricted pack builds fairly soon. So if you guys want to let me know down below which packs you want me to build with, I will make sure to do some builds that are restricted in my packs so that you guys can download them no problem. But here you can see we are on to working on the interior, and I actually end up doing the upstairs first. The downstairs was just so open and big and daunting that I just felt like, okay, I kind of need to set the vibe of the place first, and I feel like a good place to do that was the bedrooms, just because I could work on a smaller room instead of working on such a huge open concept living space downstairs. So I thought I'd actually start with the bedrooms this time, which I never really do. And for some reason, I do have a habit of starting with the bathrooms, even though I don't really like furnishing bathrooms. Maybe that's why I started with the bathrooms, because I don't really care. But this time I actually did something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and that is kind of creating my own walk-in shower. So with that new Discovery University shower head we got, we can kind of put a shower wherever we want to now because it just attaches to the wall. So I kind of just built out a wall that's a little bit longer than normal, because usually showers are like one tile, but I kind of made it like a 2 tile so you can walk into the shower. Just feels very luxurious, very modern. And a lot of new homes nowadays do have those showers that don't have doors. I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but I've actually seen it before, where the bathroom just has like a wall to the shower, and it's a glass wall, and you just walk into it and there's no door to actually close the shower off. It's just like open. So that seems very luxurious in my opinion. So I thought I'd replicate that here. I end up doing that for all of the bathrooms, all 3 of the bathrooms, but as you can see, I did cut out that footage because every single bathroom pretty much looked the same. So yeah, if you guys want to see the bathrooms, you can download the home and see it for yourself. But yeah, they're all the same basically. But here you can see I am working on all 3 bedrooms, and I'm working on, I guess this is the master bedroom first. I'm only saying that because there is an ensuite, whereas the other 2 bedrooms there is no ensuite, but one of the other bedrooms has its own personal balcony. So I mean, you guys can decide which one you guys think the master bedroom is, but this one that I'm working on right now is very, very neutral, very white. It's just very simple and clean. I feel like a home like this would definitely have a bedroom that is very not super cluttered, not super warm necessarily, but just very white and minimalistic and clean feeling. And sometimes in The Sims, it doesn't look that nice to have like an all white kind of boring looking bedroom, but I feel like in real life, a nice white simple bedroom is very relaxing and very calming to just have it be like clear and clean. At least that's how I feel. Sometimes in The Sims, having a really cluttered home looks better because it's like, oh, it looks so homey, so realistic. But in real life, I prefer a really clean, minimalistic bedroom. My bedroom, by the way, does not look like that right now. It's so messy, but I don't prefer that. I actually wish my bedroom was like perfectly spotless and clean, exactly like how this room is. But yeah, you guys can think otherwise. That's totally fine. But basically the bedroom has all the necessities, just a mirror, a nice little desk, a bookshelf. And yeah, I really, really love the wall paper I used. I think it's from Spade. Spade has some good stuff, you guys. Yeah, I use Spade wallpaper, I'm pretty sure, throughout the entire home. It is like the bomb.com. I love the textured walls because you guys know that I like doing plain white walls a lot of the times, or just neutral walls in general. And the spa day ones have a lot of neutral colors, but they have texture to them and pattern to them, but not like a crazy loud tacky pattern. It's just a nice simple pattern that I think would look great in so many different homes and so many different styles. You can even use it kind of like an accent wall. I think that would look really pretty as well. I considered doing that, but then I was just like, nah, I'll just put it throughout the whole build. I don't know, I think it just looks really nice, and I think this room looks super like Pinteresty and super cute, and I would definitely love this room in real life. I actually really love all the bedrooms I did this time. Sometimes I'm not super thrilled with the bedrooms I do, because sometimes you don't want to make all the bedrooms look the same, you know, and I feel like I have a tendency to do that. But with this build, I'm actually super happy with how all the bedrooms turned out. So please let me know down below what you guys think of them and which one is your favorite bedroom. I think I like the white one the best, but this one, the small one I'm doing now, is actually super cool as well. I'm just really loving experimenting with all of the packs and all the new items. There's just so many new items that I can get my hands on that I didn't before, and I'm just like so thrilled, you guys. But anyways, guys, what is up with you? How are you guys? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to like chat with you guys, and I want to know like updates on your life. Are New Year's resolutions still a thing? Like, it's March now, basically. So are those all like just out the window or what? I'm finding, I told you guys at the beginning of the year that I didn't really have any New Year's resolutions, but I actually do have something I've been working on for a while, and that is like decluttering like my life. So you guys know that I moved like my desk into my bedroom, and I wanted like a new flow to my room and my office and stuff. But because I did that, basically I added a whole new piece of furniture to my room, and my room is not that big. I live in an apartment downtown, so my room is kind of small, and I have so many clothes. Like, I have a really big wardrobe and a really tiny closet. I also kind of have, like, I don't want to say a problem, but like a hoarding problem. I have so much clothes from like when I was in grade 8, because I kid you not, I have not grown at all since I was like 13 years old. So even like some shirts and some shorts, like from grade 8, like I literally still have, and I need to actually like go through and donate clothes and get rid of stuff. And some stuff I always say like, oh, I'm gonna keep it because what if I want to wear this? And then I realize, I'm like, why would I want to wear like a dress that I wore when I was like 14 years old? Like, there's no way I would wear any of this stuff again. But I'm too like sentimental like that sometimes, and I feel like, oh, it's gonna come back in style or something. But yeah, it's just time to get rid of stuff because my room is exploding. And I did tell you guys that I wanted to start streaming on Twitch, but my room is just so messy that I don't know if I could do that, because in the background it would just be so distracting with how messy everything is. So I'm really trying to work on that, and I have been, decluttering a lot and getting rid of stuff and just like organizing things better, because I've gone so long without organizing. And yeah, that's just like my ongoing goal, I guess. But let me know if you guys have any tips on like how to organize things, or how to like let things go and get rid of stuff. And if you guys have like the same problem where you like think you're gonna regret throwing stuff out. But yeah, I definitely have that problem. I don't know why. I think I'm getting better at it though. I've definitely gotten rid of a lot of stuff. But yeah. Anyways, back to the build, I guess. You guys saw in the other room I just did, I did like a creative little trick with the headboard. But basically I've been using kind of like wall decorations and wall dividers and stuff like that to make a headboard and just make the room look a little bit more like va-va-voom. I don't really know, like give the room some more statement. So in the smaller bedroom, I use kind of like a wall decor from, I think it's Dine Out. And then in this room, I use that kind of wooden looking wall decor. I think it's from City Living or Get Famous or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I think that's kind of a cool trick that I've never explored before. I don't know why, but I think it just, sets the tone for the room and makes it look a little bit more interesting. Instead of like doing an accent wall, you can kind of do like an accent headboard, and it also gives you the opportunity to change up the look of some of the beds, because we do, we have a nice, decent variety of beds to choose from, but sometimes they can just look so the same time and time again. So using little tricks like that can be kind of cool. Those little buffet tables, like the marble one I used in the white room, and this black one is also from Dine Out, I'm pretty sure. I think it's like for restaurants and stuff. I don't really know what it would be used for. I've never actually made a restaurant in The Sims before, but this room is definitely a little bit more darker, more masculine looking, and I actually really like it. I have a tendency to make kind of like girlier or more feminine rooms that I personally would enjoy, because it's just natural for me, because I know what looks good in my eyes for what I would want, but I don't always explore kind of more masculine looking tones like the one I did here with kind of like the dark blue and the blacks and the browns. Not to say that like if a girl can't like that, whatever, you guys know what I mean, but that's kind of the vibe that I was going for here, and I actually really, really like it. It kind of sets gives the home a good variety for whatever kind of family or whatever kind of Sims you want to put in here. If you want to put, roommates or like a family or some college students or whatever, some really rich college students if they want to live in a mansion on a beach or on an island. But you guys know what I mean. Kind of liked changing it up there. And I hope to do that a little bit more in the future. But here you can see we are onto the downstairs. So the downstairs is definitely like a really big beast to tackle in my opinion, just because I knew that I was gonna make it all open concept. I didn't want to close it off, just because a home like this, an ultra modern, mansion like this would not have a lot of room division, because it's kind of like a home for entertainment. All of the doors open up onto that nice big patio outside with the pool, so it definitely is a lot of kind of like outdoor indoor living, and I knew it was going to be open concept. And I've talked about it in my previous videos that open concept living can be kind of difficult because you have to make the whole thing flow cohesively. So it's not like you can put like 6 different light fixtures in the living room and then in the dining room and then in the kitchen and in the lobby, because it's technically all kind of the same room. So there aren't rules, by the way. This is just my train of thought. So it was a little bit, I knew it was going to be difficult because it was a larger than usual home that I was working with here. But luckily, since it is so modern, I knew that the vibe I was going for is not like a homey, warm, comfortable vibe. So those chairs I use, or those couches, are from the Moschino stuff pack. They don't look very comfortable, you guys. They look not comfortable at all, and that's kind of what I was going for. I wasn't going for a home that is homey and, really like squishy couches and stuff. Like, I was going for that stiff, really kind of like magazine vibe where the person that lives here doesn't really live here that often. They just want their home to be featured in Architectural Digest or something like that. They're not going for, that cushy vibe. So yeah, I feel like I definitely nailed that. I didn't put a lot of clutter, I didn't put a lot of items, just very clean. As I was saying earlier, I put a nice little bar here too, because, these people are going to be entertaining all the time, and you got to have a little mini bar right there for people to have a good time, if you know what I mean. So that's kind of what's going on here. And then I have the kitchen over in this little nook over here. I think it was a very nice, natural place to put the kitchen, so I'm very happy about that. And this time I had a better or an easier time with the kitchen. You guys know in my last episode of Curb Appeal, I was very conflicted about my kitchen. I have no idea why. I was just conflicted about it. But this time I tried again, and I do like the way it turned out. It is very neutral, it's very gray, it's very plain, but that's what I was going for here, you guys. I was going for a very simple, modern kitchen. And you guys will see in a second what I do with the islands, but I do end up putting a double island. So basically, one island is for kind of like the preparing of the food with the stove and stuff like that. And then there is a second island after it for kind of people to actually sit at and for the serving of the food. So I've seen that in a lot of like home tours on YouTube where people will tour these really rich homes, and all of the really expensive mansions always have that double island. So I feel like that double island is very like goals. So yeah, I really, really love that. And I think that an island is definitely necessary when you're doing open concept floor plans because you need to have that separation somehow. So that's what I did here, and you will actually see that I don't really leave much room for a dining room, and the reason for that is because I forgot. So I did the whole build thinking that I didn't need a dining room, and then at the end I was like, oh man, like this is a huge mansion and there's no dining room. Like that's so unrealistic. And for some reason it just didn't go through my head that I needed a dining room. So I end up pushing over everything just a little bit so I can accommodate a dining room in between the island and the sofa. So you'll see me do that at the end. So no worries if you're worried that there's no dining room. I do change that for sure. I do change that. But here you can see I'm just adding a couple little clutter pieces into the kitchen, some appliances and stuff. I got so many new like kitchen items when I got the new packs. I think the majority must come from like Dine Out or Cool Kitchen stuff, or maybe even Parenthood. I'm not even sure where all this Cool Kitchen stuff is coming from, but I feel like I'm really happy about it because I was using the same kitchen stuff over and over again before. So yeah, I'm really happy with my new selection, and I feel like my kitchen game is going to be elevating soon as I get to know all the items. You can expect some really nice kitchens from me. You guys know I love making kitchens. But yeah, I'll stop talking about kitchens. Speaking of kitchens, there's somebody at my work who is stealing my soy milk. This is so random. But at my work, they provide like milk and stuff for our coffee. And I'm allergic to dairy, and I'm also allergic to nuts. So I can't have normal milk, like cow milk, and I also can't have like almond milk or cashew milk or anything like that. And that's usually what's in the fridges at my work is normal milk, skim milk, chocolate milk, cashew milk, almond milk, and all of that stuff. But I need soy milk because, like I said, I have allergies. So I had them order me soy milk, and the office manager said like, yes, we'll have the soy milk, it'll be for you. And they always order enough just for the people that need it. So I'm the only one on the floor that has a dairy and nut allergy. So the soy milk would only be for me. But all of a sudden I noticed that the milk was being like drank, like someone was drinking all of the milk. So much to the extent that there was no milk at all for me to use. So we get milk delivery once a week, but this person was drinking the milk so fast that the milk wouldn't even last like a day. And I was like, this is so weird because I'm literally the only person on the floor that would be drinking it. So how is it gone in a day when there's like 7 to 12 other jugs of every other kind of milk? And they're totally allowed to drink soy milk if that's their preference, but it's so weird because they could literally just ask the office manager to order a second one, but for some reason they waited for me to order it, and then they've been like sneaking around trying to like drink the whole carton in like 2 days. So I'm not really sure what is going on, and it's so weird because everybody knows that I'm the girl on the floor that has all the weird freaky allergies. So I don't know why they would try and take the milk and like drink it all behind my back. And like if they really wanted soy milk, why don't they just order it themselves? But it's so weird because now I have to like go to the office manager and kind of tell her like, hey, this is a weird request, but someone's drinking all of my milk, so I'm gonna need you to order a second one because there's not enough. But yeah, I don't know. That's just like the typical office drama. I hear about it all the time. In other offices, I hear that people actually like steal food. Like they steal other people's like packed lunches, which I find crazy, absolutely crazy. Luckily, that doesn't happen with me. But yeah, the whole milk thing is so weird. Luckily, I'm not the one like paying for the milk, obviously, but I just find it so funny and so weird. But yeah. I'll update you guys on the milk thief in a future video if you guys are interested. It's just random, it's random. But here you can see I'm pretty much done with the build. The screenshots should be rolling. This was such a long video, you guys, so I really hope that you guys stayed to the end, and if you did, I super appreciate it. I'm super proud with the way that this one turned out. I think that the vibe is exactly what I was going for, and it's definitely up my alley, so I hope it's also up yours. But yeah, besides that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and leave a comment down below what you thought about it. And if this is our first time meeting, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to be friends or if you want to see more Sims 4 videos. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye everybody!